any type of power cord. So right now we're gonna go around the room and you're gonna see everybody that's here, my audience.
Okay,
Will.
He's unhappy.
Jason.
Joe.
Okay, I'll get started. Okay, what I'm doing today, like I said before, I'm going to demonstrate how to replace the plug-in end or the head end of a regular power cable. Now, the uses for this is, well, it saves consumers money because a lot of times, like say with your home vacuum cleaner or home appliance or anything at work, you might have cuts or frays in it, and a lot of times that's why your equipment doesn't work. I mean, myself, I'm a biomedical equipment technician. A lot of times with medical equipment, the power cord is the #1 reason why equipment doesn't turn on. So I'm going to teach you today how to replace that. So first, what I'm going to talk about is tools. In order to do this, first you're going to need a set of wire strippers. Unless you're really handy with a knife, that'll work as well if you don't have these. You tend to need a flathead screwdriver to take apart some of the pieces that are on the new plug. Some electrical tape if you want to do some repairing rather than replacing the plug. These are some wire cutters, and this is what you'll use possibly, or a knife, in order to cut down the wire. I used a small knife for safety. And also I have an electrical multimeter. Now I might demonstrate how to use the multimeter, but most households probably don't have a multimeter unless you're real familiar with electronics. So I might save that for the end. Okay, first I'll talk about little cuts and nicks and wires that, as long as there's no exposed wire showing, you could go ahead and tape that up to further prevent any more damage to the wire. And the only thing you need to do that is here's a cut that I have right here in a wire, or in the power cord. And as you can see, the wire inside isn't damaged. So with this, I can go ahead and just use the electrical tape. Now all you really need is to break off a piece of electrical tape, find the nick that you might have, and just wrap it around. You want to do at least 2-3 layers, only to strengthen it. Okay, and that's good, and that should prevent any further nicks or more damage to the wires. Okay. Now also what you can do, I'm going to demonstrate now the process of taking care of the plug. Now if it is towards the head end, which it usually tends to be because that's where most people handle their cords, you can go ahead and cut it off. Now one other reason why you want to replace these, because a lot of times when you're pulling them, plugs have a strain relief on them like so, and eventually these get worn out if they're used enough times. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and cut the whole cable all the way down to the cut end. This will have a brand new cable when we're done with this. And that's it. And what you want to do from this point is you can either use a knife or the wire cutters to cut down the insulation. You want to cut down the insulation 1 inch. And the 1 inch, I'll get to later. Doesn't have to be exactly 1 inch, approximate is fine. So just cut, and you want to be careful not to cut the wires. Once you get good at it, the whole process should probably take you about maybe 5 minutes. Okay? Alright, now you have these 3 exposed wires. Okay? And these are the 3 wires that you're going to be installing inside your new plug-in. Now first what you want to do is, you can't insert these wires just like this. Now, The new plug usually has a strain relief system, and after you unscrew the strain relief, that'll come apart, and I'll demonstrate that later. But right now what you have here is you have 3 holes that the plug needs to go in. And the bottom one is the ground, and these 2, which is usually going to be your green or yellow, depending on where the cord is manufactured, it could be a different color. So in the green, all you want to do is just make sure that's going on the grounded end or the neutral end when you start sticking in the wire. So, and as long as that fits, you should be good. Now, on these ends, you're going to need to use the wire strippers. Okay? Any wire strippers you usually do, and like I said, if you want to use your fingers, your teeth, that's fine, but you want to try and make sure you keep all wires intact for better connectivity for your system. So, and you want to do about a 1/2 inch. You want to be very careful not to snip your fingers. Okay. Now you have 3 ends. Let it strip the 1/2 inch down. Like I said, a 1 inch all the way for the insulation. Okay? And what you want to do is, the assembly comes apart with these three screws right here. Okay? I've already loosened them. And in the back, you have the 3 holes. Okay? You want to start out with the grounded end. You want to stick it in the neutral line, or the neutral end in the neutral line. As you see, I just stick it in as far as I can. What you want to do is you want to grab your flat-headed screwdriver and you want to clamp down on it. So you screw it all the way tight. And now that you have the wires nice and tight, you want to take the other end that was fed through the wire and go ahead and position it where there's 3 holes. You want to line it up just right. Okay. Screw those down. Okay. Now what you want to do is you want to take the clamps. You want to position them just like so over the piece, over the wire, same way you took it off. You want to take the screws, just go ahead and feed them back through those holes. Tighten that down. Okay, and there you have it. Now it's complete. The strain relief system is on. It's tight. And now you have the new plug. I didn't tighten this one down all the way, so I'm getting a little long on time. And that's how we'll end it. And that's how you install a new plug on the end of either a bad power cord or a frayed power cord that you just wanted to replace the end. Okay. Any questions? No. Okay.
Do you use that on medical equipment?
What's that?
Do you use that on medical equipment?
Yes, we do. This isn't the standard approved plug that we use for medical equipment. It's a new plug. So we'll just use a different one, but it pretty much looks exactly the same as that. Okay, feedback?
You have gum in your mouth.
Okay.
Only thing that I had, you actually halfway through your speech corrected. You were looking into the camera and not the audience, but you somewhere in there you realized and you corrected. So
Yeah.
that was good.
Good voice, good volume.
Ums. Yeah, the ums.
You don't get one.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.